Hi Flosstube, it's me, Gleezak from Made with Glee. Thank you for taking the time to visit me this afternoon. I hope I am not too long. I do have to go cook dinner as soon as I'm done with this video. I've been very busy since my last video. I did not get a chance to stitch as much as I normally do. Within like 2 days of me making that video, I found out I had family coming to visit. So I spent the whole week prior to their arrival cleaning like a madwoman, because that's what we do. We clean like crazy when we have relatives coming. Then they were here for a week, which was, there's no stitching involved. I'm with my family, so no time for that. We can do that at another time, which I'll have lots of time to do after the end of this week, because my son will be returning back to college. And my house will be very empty with just my baby, who is 19, so he's not home that often anyway. So yes, I'll have a lot of time to stitch. But I came back today because I promised that I was going to make another video on the 15th to let you guys know who won my Pass the Stash. And instead of waiting to the very end, I'm just going to go ahead and, let you guys know why keep it. There weren't that many people who responded. I thank you guys who do watch and take the time to comment. There were 4 kits that I was offering up that I happen to have duplicates of. And the first one was the wedding sampler. It's a Janlynn kit. This one is going to Cheryl Brumbog. There you go, Cheryl. I'm going to put my email address in the description. Cheryl and the other winners, you guys just contact me with your mailing address and I'll get these out to you right away. The next one I had up was a baby sampler. And the baby sampler, threads all over, it's yours. And I also had Bless the Seeds, Not the Weeds. Sorry about the glare. That one is going to Verpy R. Congrats, Verpy. And finally, Footprints, which is a stamped cross stitch. And I'm sorry for the glare, it's kind of bright today. That one is going to Lisa S. Stitches. So congrats. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video, commenting. I am happy to pass a stash on to you, so contact me via email and I'll get those out to you right away. Alright, so since my video, what did I do? I did have a few, well, I had finishes, but I fully finished some stuff. So I had showed you guys that I stitched Ursula Michael's Let's Graduate for my nephew, and I framed it. And this is just a simple frame, no glass, because it wouldn't really fit. And if he wants a fancy frame for it, he can pay for a fancy frame for it. Some of these things, like I said, we talked about that before. But I know he likes it, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Also, Wee Little Stitches Creative. I framed it, and I think you've probably seen this frame on the floor if you watch my craft room tour. It was on the floor, so this is what Creative ended up going into. And I'm happy with how it turned out. And my last, well, no, not my last, another fully finished, I showed you guys Lanarte Wheelbarrow Gnome. And I told you I was inspired by Stitcherista's putting her Brookbooks doll on scrapbook paper, and I wanted to do something with scrapbook paper. So this is my Lanarte Gnome. It's in a shadow box. There's like a dragonfly, flowers, butterfly, felt mushroom. There's some other little things I'm thinking of putting down in the bottom because it's a shadow box. I could have like 3-dimensional. So it may not be completely finished, but I'm quite happy with how this turned out. I just think it looks really cute. So thank you, Stitchery, for your idea. I love how this look, and I will definitely be thinking about this as an option for finishing again in the future. I don't know if it works for all designs, certainly it doesn't, but for some things like this, I think it, you know, the scrapbook embellishments or maybe any other embellishments would look really good on that. I also had a tiny start and finish. And this is an ornament. The pattern is Sue Hillis. It's one of her leaflets with like these little sleighs on it. I bought the sleigh from my local Needleworks shop, which is the cross stitch cupboard. So I spray painted it white and used just stuff I have on hand in my house, and I love how it turned out. So that was a start and fully finish since my video. What else? Now, I also went to Little Cuckoo starts. Yeah, I guess I just like starting stuff. So I showed you, did I show you? I don't know. I don't even remember what I showed you in my last video. But Nora Corbett's Holly Pixie. I started her. And which way is it? This way? This way? No, she's upside down. This way. So that's as far as I got in her. Now she's gonna be a brown pixie. Miss Minnie Gray, Crafty Curator. I thank you guys so much for opening a whole new world of skin tones and color conversions to me. You've basically, I guess I don't know. I don't know why I never thought about it, but there was a lot of patterns that I didn't consider that I would be interested in stitching until I saw how successful you guys were with your color conversions. And thank you, Crafty Curator, again. I am going to be doing my Mirabilia Maiden of the Seasons. It's a kit I was pulling all the threads for that I plan to start. Yeah, I know, another start. I'm not done with all the stuff and I'm here talking about starts. But so yeah, so thank you guys for opening a whole new world of possibilities to me with color, skin color. I want to have my Maidens of the Season be 4 different skin tones, and I have you guys to thank for that. So besides that, oh, I did show you guys I had started Clouds Factory, Game of Thrones, the house banners, and I did finish House Lannister, and that is all I've done on this side. Like I said, I didn't get it to any time to stitch, so those are the things that I worked on. Now I'm gonna get into my WIPs in no particular order. So you may have seen these recently, you may have not. I'm just gonna pull them out as they fall in my hands. So you guys know I have that table runner, the stamped cross stitch table runner. A few tiny stitches were put in, but I am really not feeling the stamped work right now, so this is all the progress I have on the cornucopia. I'm beginning to think Thanksgiving this is not going to see the light of day, but whatever. I'll get to it when I get to it, whenever that I feel that I can deal with stamped stitching. I will pick that up. So that's one. It's the next work in progress that I have. And these are my active WIPs that I'm showing you. So basically these are things that I should be working on. I am working on. These are not the ones that are put away. I showed you I started that new gallery Crewel Kit from Dimensions, the Asian couple. And now maybe you can see a little close-up of the stitching that I actually did. Satin stitches so far. Just a little bit of the floral that's a branch along their head. So that's all I've done. I really have not had time to work on my projects. So that's that. The next one you've seen several times and I did not touch in a while. The other stamp cross stitch, which is To Everything's a Season. This is the, yeah, that is the spring panel. Because I did fall and winter already, so this would be the spring panel that I still have not touched since the last time I attempted to do a little bit of stitching on it. My next WIP, this is my memorial to my grandmother. The last time I worked on it was May 31st, which was her birthday. And it's called Iris. It's a Riolis kit, because my grandma's name was Iris. And like I said, I only work on this when the mood strikes. So that is all I have done on it. When I miss her, I pull it out. If not, I work on something else. It's not a priority. It's just something I connect with. Another work in progress, which I really need to finish this thing because I don't know why it's not done, is Box of Delights. This was started last year, July. End of July, early August. And I have not finished it. This is Box of Delights. There are two boxes of 6 left to be filled. Done. Whatever. But mine's is gold and black, and I will be adding some beads to it to complete it. So that's another WIP. Christmas gift that probably won't be a Christmas gift because the year is flying and I'm stitching very slowly, is the Mighty Samurai. I wanted to do this for my aunt. I'm gonna try to focus on this a little bit in September and see how much I can actually get done, but I don't know. I've like I said, time, it flies. So that's Mighty Samurai. There was like a few more fill-in stitches that I did on like the tree and in this little area, but that's all I have on Mighty Samurai. So that's another WIP. Other WIPs that I have, and again, like I said, you've probably seen some of these recently, but these are the active ones. Happily Ever After Sal from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I still did not do July or August. It will be done this month though. I plan on catching back up with that one. Connie G Designs Rainbow Sal. When I showed you my last video, I had just started the July frame for the mandala, and that's as far as I got. I didn't get to do much more. So this is my Rainbow Sal by Connie G Designs. Another WIP that I have, and I showed you this in my last video, and then I had the horrifying thought that it was not going to fit for some reason. This is Castles in the Air. You guys have seen this the picture for it, Long Dog Samplers, because I only have the pattern page pulled up right now, so I'm not going to look for it. But that was the first page I did, and I freaked out for some reason, so I stitched all the way to the bottom just to make sure that it's gonna fit, and I'll be able to frame. So yes, and I'm no longer worried. I definitely have enough room to go this way. So this is my Castles in the Air. I do really enjoy working on this when I work on it. Another WIP. Let's see, what else do I have to show you guys? I also have the Broderie Cross and Crown, which I showed you in my last video. I did not touch it. Here it is. You've seen this before. So that's another WIP. I also have the baby sampler, Little Sports. It is still where I showed you last. Did not get a chance to work on it, so pretty much exact same spot. And Game of Thrones, the Winter is Coming, the Stark House Direwolf logo. That's another work in progress, still exactly where it is. So those are the ones I showed you in the last video. I believe that either I worked on, I didn't get to work on, but those are active WIPs. My other active WIPs, and excuse me, I'm gonna get some other stuff, so sorry for turning my back on you. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff. I didn't count. I have to count. Okay. So, my Chinese kit that I am working on. This is, I believe it's an 11 count. 11 count. I call her the water carrying lady. I don't know what her name is or what the design is called. And this is 11 count. It's one of these giant stamped color coded pieces of things, canvas, I don't know what it is, but that is all I have on it. Now, I stitch on this quite often, but yee, look at all of that. It's just brown, shades and shades and shades of various shades of brown. I started on our head a little bit, but this is my giant 11 count. Again, it's 11 count, so it's not something I work on as often, but sometimes when my eyes are tired, it's the perfect project because it's big, 11 count, 3 strands. It's easy to needle, it's kind of fat. I can stitch on that one fairly easy. Another WIP that you have not seen in a while, and this one is for me, so it doesn't get priority and as much love as I'd like to put into it. This is Birds of a Feather, and it's going to have my husband and myself, our initials. And that's it. Sorry if there's threads. I don't tape my fabric or sew it or whatever. I just take my chances because I'm wild and crazy and carefree. Woohoo! So yeah, so that's Birds of a Feather. And okay, 2 more active WIPs that I have, and those are going to be my Hades. So bear with me while I pull this out. And again, thank you, Trisha, the left-handed stitcher, for teaching us all how to make these scroll rod covers, because I don't know, I never thought about it myself. Okay, so I have 2 Hades. I have 3 that I have kitted up. The first one was World Travel Bookshelf, and I told you I stopped feeling it, so I put it away. And what I replaced it with was, and I am not very good at editing, so you guys are just gonna have to bear with me with pulling out stuff to show you pictures, because that's how I do it. This is Jasmine Beckett Griffith Mini Unseelie Quarth Wrap. And I am doing this because I'm a little cuckoo. I am doing this on 14 count Aida. And I have not been able to work on this for quite a while. But this is page 1 that I started. So this was the replacement for World Travel Bookshelf. I love that design. I enjoy stitching it on 14 count. It's I think it's going to be cool. But we shall see. So, like I said, just the time to do all these things has just not been there. This week was also, it's a little hectic. My son, like I said, he's moving back, and you know, there's always, you gotta go shopping for this thing and that thing and the other thing when they go back to school, and that's just how it goes. Okay, the next shade that I am working on, and again, this is an active WIP, is by Bridget Ashwood. It's called Ganesha, and it's in color, but my printer didn't work that day in color, so that's Ganesha. He's the elephant-headed Hindu god, and that's my favorite Hindu god because I happen to adore elephants. So this is 3.5 pages of 3.5 pages fully stitched. It's not a full page, it's just how the page went, but it's 3.5 pages, and I absolutely love how this is looking. This is such a great thing. I really I can't say how much I enjoy stitching on this. I love seeing it come together. All these little browns, and yeah, couple stitches of pink here and a couple stitches of purple and this and that, and there you have these beautiful gems and the gold, the crown on his head. It's gonna be awesome. So that is my shade that I truly enjoy stitching on, and I'm inspired by several people who stitch shades. Of course, Miss Milky Bar Kid was like one of the first ones, besides Carolyn Mazzio, that I was just in awe with her stitching, and just, you know, I've never seen a shade get so far, like watch someone actually do it on a video, and then Pam Crafty Corner, her shades. Seeing them make progress lets me know that, hey, if you actually persist, maybe you can get there someday. And stop having so many projects to work on, maybe you actually would finish something at some point. So yeah, so those are, sorry again, I'm out of your way. So those are my active WIPs. Those are the WIPs that I rotate through. But now I'm going to show you the other WIPs that I have. These are not UFOs. I have not given up on them. I started them. I want to stitch them. I just want to stitch the other things first. So hold on one second, and remember, there's no edit in these videos. I'm just going to town. Out of your way for a minute. So much stuff. Okay. Hold on. I'm making a mess. I'm gonna have such a big cleaning job to do. Alright. These are in no particular order. Of course, I had to have, yep, you guessed it, it's Northern Expressions Needlework, the Twisted Band Sampler. The colors are gorgeous. I kitted it up, and I mean, I was just like, I just want to see how it stitches, so I stitched just a tiny bit. I'm not even going to pull it out. That's all I have. It's a WIP. It started, but it's not, I'm not working on this until January 1st, 2018. This is my project that I'm going to concentrate on working on. Up next, again, this, my husband went to Australia end of last year. He bought me this, Lanarte's Asian Couple. Again, I just wanted, oh, touch the fabric, feel it, see what it is. That's all I have started on it. So it's a WIP, but it's not priority, but it will be a 2018 project. You know, when we're all trapped in our houses and we can't go anywhere because there's like a nuclear war going on? Just kidding. It's not going to happen, right? No. We're not going to let these people kill us. So, But yeah, if it does, and you know, you have to be sheltered in place. Hey, I got stuff to do. I'm kidding. It's not gonna happen. Okay, another WIP that I have, and this one I've put away for a while because, like I said, I wasn't feeling Christmassy, and I'm weird, and I'll do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. So this is Joy. It's a Crewel Kit, and I have a thing for gnomes. So hey, you guys. Oh, I meant to ask. Especially European cross stitchers. Please help me find patterns with gnomes, tomte, brownies, dwarves, whatever you call them. I'm a huge fan of Rien Portvelt. I grew up on Enid Blyton books, so I do like my little fairy world. So if you find gnomes and stuff like that, feel free to point me in that direction. This is all I have done on it. Sorry, thread in the way. That is all I have done on it. So that's a WIP that I will be working on sometime again by Christmas. Another WIP that has not seen the light of day in a while is Bonsai Buddha. I know I watched someone has a video. There's at least 2 or 3 people who started this one, I think. Yeah, that's all I have. Like 4 stitches. I'm crazy, but I want to do it. I started it, so that's there. So that's a WIP. I call it a WIP because I want to work on it at some point. It's not a UFO. I'm definitely not giving up on that. I want that in my house. Another one is a stamped cross stitch project. Yeah, I have so many stamped cross stitch projects that I like the design. I think I would have stitched it faster if it was just on 14 count regular Aida, but it's on stamp, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Whatever, I'm gonna do it. So this one is like a craft room. What is it called? Cozy sewing room. Cozy sewing room. It speaks to me in my room, and that's all I have on it. So eventually, but you see, I showed you guys already, I do have 2 or 3 other stamped cross stitch projects to do, so I will do those and then get around to this one at some point, whenever. Yeah, I'll live forever. Another is Design Works, and this is a Joan Elliott design. It doesn't have a name. Oh, it's called Namaste. Namaste. And I told you, and you know by now, that I am of Indian descent. So this speaks to me. A stitch too far. Oh my God, I love that Rajasthan, the Mughal tapestry piece thing that you got. Oh wow, wow. That is going to be awesome when you stitch it. So I look forward to seeing your updates whenever you start that. But yes, I'm Indian. I do like my Indian stuff. Indian clothes. I like Indian music, movies, Bollywood. So I love this. And let me show you what I have done on this. And I don't know why I put it away, but I did. I don't know when I'll pull it out again, but I will. And this has beads and all sorts of stuff. It's a Joan Elliott, so it's really cool. And did I show you a bad chart? Sorry. This is where? I'm sorry. I don't know what I did and what I'm looking at. Okay, so this would be a corner. And I believe this is the top left-hand corner of this pattern to that one. Can you see? Can you see? It's so cute. I love it. So that is Namaste. And you know, now I'm seeing it, I'm falling in love with it again. So it may have to come out of the box of waiting to be worked on and actually be worked on. Sorry, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. I know, it annoys some of you people. Yeah, but next, another stamped cross stitch kit. Gazebo. This was in that box I told you guys that my tenants found in the attic, with the other stamped cross stitch piece. And this is Gazebo. I just happen to like the design. It's pretty. Oh, and if you're wondering what's going on with my hand, I had henna and it's fading. So there's nothing wrong with me. I didn't burn myself. I just have fading henna. So this is Gazebo, and the needle's in there. Oh, and the needle is in through 2 layers because me crazy. Anyway, that's the top. That's all I have on it. And that's Gazebo. So that's another WIP. Are we counting? Anybody counting? Do you have any idea how many WIPs I have going here? I don't know. Okay, this one I don't have a pattern to show you because it's an Etsy PDF download that I bought from someone that I don't remember. I'll look it up. I'll try to write all these things in the description. Now this is actually going to be a silhouette of the continent of Africa with like animals all in black going across. So this is the start where it's the sun and there's some birds, but then there's a whole line of safari animals going across, and I started it and that's where it is. Recently I told you guys I gave up on Little Mermaid for now. Yeah, I paid $16.79 for Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid, it was just a little fussy on the scroll frame. Blended threads. I don't know why I wasn't feeling it at the moment, but that's what I have so far. This one is not a give up either. I do love Little Mermaid. I will stitch on it and I will finish it again at some point. Wow. Yeah. That's it, you guys. Those are all of my WIPs. Now I have tons of stuff kitted up, ready to go, but I haven't put a stitch in any one of them as of yet because, as you can see by how many things I've shown you already, I think I need to finish a couple things before I start something new. Yeah. Oh, hold on. There's more. There's always more. I am so sorry. There's always more. 12 Days of Christmas ornaments. Did I show you guys? Yeah, I showed you in the last video, but I'm not gonna pull it out. But I started August's border last night while watching Flosstube. Robert from Robert's Palace of Stitches was doing a live Flosstube, and I never catch those live Flosstube things. I always see you know, the live comments, like I guess those film live, but I never get to watch them live. So I actually caught one yesterday, so that's pretty cool. So last night I did just the border of that. Whether I told you or not, I don't know. Okay, some more WIPs. Now these are some smalls. These are really like car projects, waiting room, which I haven't gone to a waiting room in a while. So I guess that's why I haven't stitched on this. I picked this up for like $1 at my local craft store. My local cross stitch place, like you know, they have a clearance basket thing. It's joy. It comes with the fabric, the hoop, the whole 9 yards. Started. And then, of course, another stamped cross stitch piece because I just can't get enough of torturing myself. And this one is called Bird Co-op. I paid $1.50 for this from the rag shop. Years and years and years ago, rag shop is no longer in business. That's why is it not done? I don't know. I will finish it. I'm gonna leave it here. It'll get done. So yeah, those are all the WIPs I have. everything that I am working on. Everything I've stitched on. Now, I am so tempted, so tempted to add more WIPs into this. I want to start the Mirabilia Maiden of the Seasons. I kitted all, pulled the colors. Again, thank you Mini Gray and Crafty Curator. Thanks to you guys, I'm going to go do 4 different skin tones. So like winter is going to be the palest girl, which I think I'm going to use like the colors that Nora recommend for winter. And then I'm going to gradually make them browner, with summer being my darkest skin maiden. So I'm excited to do that one. So I want to start that so badly. But I know I shouldn't until I finish these things. And of course I want to do the Northern Expressions. Like you see, I have all these other WIPs I need to work on too. But I want to add more to it. And then there's Anna. But I still haven't finished Holly. So I want to finish Holly before I start Anna. And of course Miss Christmas Eve. I want to do her too. And the cards, the Mirabilias, the queens, the playing card queens, I wanted to all kitted up, ready to go. I have Alexandra Adelaide, the Ohm. I want to do that too. I mean, these are all kitted up, just waiting for me to like put that needle through there. And yeah. So I need to manage what I'm currently doing. I need to get some finishes, and oh, I'm getting overwhelmed just thinking about it. I do have to finish that baby sampler for Christmas. I do have to keep going with my sals. The Hades, my aunt's samurai. Yeah, there's a lot to do. I need to get stitching. Okay, so that is it. Congratulations again to the winners of my Pass the Stash. Lisa S. Stitches, Verp R, Cheryl Brumbog, threads all over. My email will be in the description. Contact me so I can send those out to you. Thank you, Miss Minnie Gray, for your shout out through your Magic Q Snap. I adore you. I adore all the projects you do. A Stitch Too Far, I love you. I seriously, I do. Who else? Orietta Stitches. Oh my gosh, girl, 3 languages fluently. I can curse in about 5 languages, but definitely not fluently. I mean, if they come back at me, I might not have anything to say. I'm going to keep saying the same words over and over. But yeah, I have the important ones. I can Chinese, Spanish, Hindi, English, of course, and Creole, like broken English, you know, patois from like the Caribbean and stuff. I got those covered. So you're gonna have to teach me some of that Italian stuff. Thank you again for everyone who watches my videos. Sarah Little Snips, you need to hurry up and make a video so I can see what you're doing. If you've worked on those dragons and all those different projects you got going, I want to see your progress too. Crafty Magpie, she is such a sweet little person. She makes needle minders and stuff, but check out her videos. She's working on this amazing Harry Potter. Flossie, sorry girl, I forgot your name. Flossie, Floss. Stitch, who else am I watching recently that I enjoy seeing your videos? Well, there's so many of you guys. Dina Half Stitches, Half Cross Stitches, Miss Oh So Crafty, Stitcherista, of course, McKenna, the guys, Blitz Stitch, the other one, Pip Stitches. There's a new guy with the crazy cats that he was babysitting. That was hysterical. Stitch and M and her very funny husband Jimmy Flosstube, Mischievous Stitches, Vanna Pfeiffer, of course. These are all people I watch. Yanni Stitches, she's from Mexico and she has the most amazing mirabilias. There's so many amazing stitchers. We may not have anything in common, but we love cross stitching and I love your work regardless of what you do. So we have that in common and that's where I go from. So I appreciate all your videos. I enjoy watching you guys. Thank you to those people who watch me. Like Stitch Too Far said, if only one person watches your video, continue making videos. So thank you guys. Thank you to those people who watch me. I will be doing another Pass the Stash. I told you I'm a little senile. I have so many and it's embarrassing to admit how many duplicates I have. I guess I buy things when they're on sale. If they're reasonable and I think it's a deal, I can't leave it, so I pick it up and then I end up having it already. So it's like, I'll just keep the cheaper one for myself. I don't know. I'm nuts. So yeah, so we'll be doing more of those. So keep watching for random passing of the stashing stuff. I found some other felt stuff I'm gonna have to pass on too, so there may be some other crafts if anyone's interested in trying different things besides just cross stitch. I know this is Flosstube, but you know, we can expand, why not? We don't have to limit ourselves to any one thing in particular. So basically, oh wow, 41 minutes, holy crap, this is like one of my longest videos ever. So that's a lot. I think I've babbled. I think I've covered everything I want to cover. I probably won't be back for at least 4 to 6 weeks. I need to stitch. I need to get stitching. So let me go do that. First I have to go make dinner. Let me go get to my stitching and I will see you lovely Flosstubers. Between now and then I'll be watching. I will try to comment. I know I'm so lazy. I will try to comment. I definitely am liking your videos. I don't know who goes around putting dislikes on people's Flosstube videos. Whoever you are, you have nothing better to do, seriously. So now, of course, that means I'm going to get like several dislikes on my video, but I really could care less. So, yeah. Everybody, keep doing your thing. Make your videos. Show me what you do. We don't have to have anything else in common other than we love stitching and that's all that matters. So find one thing in common, people, and build off of that. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of August. Eclipse, August 21st. Oh, there's so many crazy theories about eclipses, but just be safe. Be someplace. Don't be driving anywhere. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be driving and looking up at the sky. Just stop, pull over if you're going to watch. If you're watching it at home on your TV, whatever, just be safe, people. Don't drive and look and crash into something. That's all. So yeah, eclipse is coming up. Do that. Have fun. Eclipse parties. I don't know. People doing eclipses. I'll probably forget, knowing me. No, it's my son's birthday on that day, so we'll probably be going out to dinner, but that'll be in the evening. I'm babbling. Okay, I guess I'm getting comfortable with you guys. Like a Stitch Too Far says, you know, the longer your video gets, the more comfortable you are. I do feel like some of you are my friends, even though I don't associate with you in any other format other than on YouTube and Flosstube. Some of you I know from Instagram, but I don't do Facebook. I don't do groups and stuff like that. Mini Gray, Facebook is evil. It is the biggest time suck in the world. You lose a lot of time on Facebook, but it's perfectly fine. If you have time, go for it. I can't. I had to give it up. It's been almost 2 years since I've been on Facebook. I just one day decided I can't do this. I need to do other things, and I did. So, yay for that, for me. It works out for me that way. That's the best thing. This is such a ramble, I don't know where to end. Anyway, bye people. Thank you again for watching. New people, subscribe, don't, whatever. See you around on the flip side. Later.